He's here, I hope, for our last presentation time, please.
Don't worry, I'm going to make sure this is adjusted before you come up. Dr. Jeffrey Hathaway, a member of the Sidney Central School class of 1980, is a physical therapist and CEO and founder of Breakthrough Physical Therapy, and partner in the National Physical Therapy Group, Hathaway. As I mentioned, he's also my dad. After Jeff graduated from Sidney Central School, he studied sports medicine at Hathaway Community College. He then earned his bachelor degree in physical therapy from Albert Einstein College of Medicine at Pickett College. And then years later, I would be required to call him Dr. Hathaway after he got a doctorate in physical therapy from the Evidence in Motion Health Institute. Jeff started his career as a physical therapist in an outpatient clinic in Watertown, New York. And today he's an owner and partner of more than 20 clinics in North Carolina and 220 clinics nationwide. Over the years, he has gone from employee to industrial consultant, business owner, certified business coach, president of the National Physical Therapy Business Organization, and founder and owner of several businesses. Jeff is a highly regarded speaker and teacher in the areas of business and physical therapy. In his talks, Jeff advocates how physical therapy can be a more valued form of treatment in the overall medical and wellness industry. And he relays his expertise about leadership and how best to work together as a team. He's been requested to give talks on these topics for different organizations across the country, and he's been selected annually to present at the conference held by the American Physical Therapy Association. Jeff is renowned for his approaches to physical therapy that are unique, innovative, and evidence-based, including his virtual reality program designed to address chronic pain, the opioid crisis, and costs and outcomes of low back pain. Over the years, I've often heard him express frustrations of major complex problems in the healthcare system, perhaps some of you are familiar. But instead of succumbing to a learned helplessness in his field, he has applied himself and others he works with to think differently and create change. Jeff, through his many organizations, is well known for sponsoring numerous community events and supporting local charities in the various communities in which his clinics are located. Through his businesses, he provides partial funding for free rehabilitation services to citizens of Haiti through a clinic in Jacksonville, Haiti. He and his partners also formed and funded a foundation to provide grants for employees encountering unexpected financial hardships out of their control. Growing up, my dad taught me and my two sisters that it wasn't just what you do that matters, but also how. By his words and by example, he taught us the importance of fulfilling your vision in a way that does not sacrifice your values and principles for a faster or easier path. Dr. Lawrence Benz, who is Jeff's colleague in the field, highly respected in his own right, stated, quote, "Dr. Hathaway is among the most well-known private practice physical therapists in the United States. He has accomplished this the old-fashioned way, with sacrificial service, hard work, mentoring, and astute business leadership. His practices have always been respected by his peers for innovation, culture, patient-first priority, and marketing," unquote. Words such as Jeff's colleagues have described him with words such as honest, ethical, innovative, and passionate. I would also like to add the word driven. He's incredibly driven, incredibly hardworking, Although if you knew how my dad was behind the wheel, you would wish he was driving more and driving less. Although it might not make it on a traditional bio, I'd like to mention that Jeff was a major player on the state championship basketball team at Sidney High School. On the Sidney basketball team, as a teenager, he developed the foundations that come with that sport, including discipline, work ethic, teamwork, and professionalism. That would carry on into his adult life and to the present. The motivational speaker and author Jim Rohn, who I know is a major influence on my dad, said this about philosophy and values. The winds of circumstance blow on us all in an unending flow that touches each of our lives. What guides us to different destinations in life is determined by the way we have chosen to set our sail. The way that each of us thinks makes a major difference in where each of us arrive. The major difference is the set of the sail. Those who know my dad would say that he has a steadfast integrity, which was surely ultimately key in keeping him on the trajectory that led him to where he is today. I remember once, Sidney had an alumni basketball game. I was in middle school, I believe, and the alumni players were just around that age where personal injuries on the court weren't necessarily caused by other players. I wasn't too invested in the game myself, but I remember in the last quarter, close to the very end of the game, right before the buzzer, my dad had a clear shot at the basket, but instead passed the ball to another player who hadn't had the ball so much during the game. And that has been a specific value of ultimately focusing on others and being willing to make sacrifices toward that purpose that I and others have seen guide him through his career and his personal life. Jeff has this phrase that he says and that he lives by, which is, it's not about you and it's all about you. I wanted to say to my dad that at this alumni event, at this moment, it is all about you, and deservedly so. To everyone here, I ask that you please help me welcome to the stage, Dr. Jeff Hathaway.